When we started season 1, I went to Boston and actually hung out and worked with the homicide unit there. And I was there for 3 or 4 days, and you know, it was an interesting thing because you could actually be standing over a dead body, you know, a horrific, you know, crime scene, blood on the walls, you know, just awful. But I think as a coping mechanism, you know, the people standing around the body have to continue this life. This life is gone, but this life continues. And so, you know, you have people talking about what they were trying to get their kids to eat for dinner, and you know, if they're going to be able to get home, you know, to help with homework or to tuck their kids in, and you know, that's just a reality in life. I love puzzles, so to me, a crime scene is sort of like it's like the ultimate puzzle, you know, with the reward of once you put everything together, you don't just have like a perfect picture. You have justice for, you know, the person and the family that have been hurt. I enjoy things that are high stakes, and that to me sort of seems like, you know, the most high stakes sort of game or puzzle that you can be a part of. That part I love. So actually being with, you know, the homicide unit and being in those situations, I mean, just, it was my favorite. I mean, if I could be a homicide detective, I would do it in a heartbeat. I think the things that would be, you know, traumatic and I probably would have a really huge problem with would be, you know, children. I mean, that obviously would be really, really horrible. But when it's, you know, when it's, I mean, a murder, it's just, the stakes are so high, and it's, you have to solve it. You have to, you know, and like the sleep that you lose when you can't. I mean, obviously Jane's a tomboy. She, you know, kind of dumbs everything down so she can be one of the guys, and, but, you know, it's because I sort of modeled her after Detective Russ Grant. It's just interesting, you know, I mean, listening to the stories that he tells. I mean, he's had like a hatchet in his arm. I mean, he's been attacked. He was on the drug unit. I mean, he has the most amazing stories ever. Heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, horrible, horrible stories. I mean, what human beings will do to each other is just awful. The first time I met him, I said, "Hi, how are you? What's the most horrible thing you've ever seen, ever?" He was like, "All right, calm down. Everything's gonna be okay." I don't know. I find it really, really fascinating. That was a really long-winded way to tell you that I find it very fascinating. I apologize.